Greetings comic book fans and welcome to Dude's Comic Haul. I'm Jason and this is my weekly video where I share with you the brand new comics I picked up today on officially the best day of the week, New Comic Book Day. 13 books today, 1 from last week that I went back to pick up and 12 from today. They're all from my order except for 2, so just 2 off the shelf this week. First things first, we have the AntMan Annual. This came out last week and I went I think it was Friday. I saw it Friday and I saw it Saturday. So I've seen Ant-Man twice and I enjoyed it. I don't think it's Marvel's best film, but not every film's going to be a Guardians of the Galaxy or an Avengers. It is a very good movie though. Probably the funniest movie they've done. I just laughed so much and I really enjoyed it. I really did. It really made Ant-Man cool, which, you know, when you first think, oh, it's an Ant-Man movie, but like they really made Ant-Man cool, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. So I got a bit of Ant-Man fever, so I decided I'd try out the annual. The series is finished now, I think. They did like 5 issues, so I may try and get them, but they bought it out in trade, so I'm going to kind of see, because if the 5 issues are difficult to get, I may just get the trade. But I read the first issue on Marvel Unlimited last night and I enjoyed it, so I thought I'll give the annual a go. We then did this is the book from this week I picked up off the shelf. It is Wolf, issue number 1. It's a $4.99 book, but it is super thick. I'm not sure how many pages it is, but it feels like there's got to be at least 60 pages here, because it is a super thick book. Initially, I was kind of going to skip this because I thought it sounded too much like stuff I'd already read, like Constantine and stuff. But after seeing how many pages you get, I decided to give it a go, and it wasn't the heaviest week for me, so I could afford to kind of pick this up. So the rest of these books now are from my order. So we have Ivor Time Walker, issue number 7. Been enjoying this series. Last issue finished really interesting as something's taking them out one by one as Ivor's trying to get everything set up to try and stop Neelam. So yeah, I'm super excited to see how that's going to go. Then I've got Book of Death, the Fall of Bloodshot, and I got the variant cover, which I really liked. I'm not usually too into the variants, but I did like that cover. Then we have Uncanny XMen issue 35, which it seems ages since we had an issue of this. I think the final issue, I'm sure I saw it on somewhere. It was going like issue 600, so it's probably going to be a $4.99 book. Usually Marvel with the numbering, they'll kind of do something funky like that so they can charge a bit more. But I'm like I say, it's a shame. Like when books take so long to come out, you kind of forget where we was. I remember like there was stuff going on with Cyclops, and he left everybody at the school, and there's all stuff going on there. So yeah, I'm sure the last issue we had was Dazzler taking out Mystique. So it'd be interesting to see what we got in this. And speaking of books that haven't come out in a while, we got Weird World issue number 2. All the other books that came out when this first came out are up to issue 3s, but this is an issue 2. But what I remember the first issue, I enjoyed it, so look forward to that. We then have Birthright issue number 9, always a fantastic read from Josh Williamson. So look forward to more of that. We have The Flash issue 42, which I'm hoping this is going to pick up. It's a $3.99 book now, but it does. The thing with DC, it does seem thicker. I'm hoping this is going to get better. Last issue, I didn't really like it. A lot of the direction the book was going in, we had this whole thing with Barry going to kind of find out what happened to his mom, who killed his mom, and his dad breaking out of prison with this like super villain group, and kind of to stop this. And you kind of think, we've seen this before, we've been here, we've seen it in the TV show with him trying to track down who killed his mom, we've seen it in the comic before, and I just didn't really like the direction we're taking right now. And the whole thing with his dad having this group ready to help him break out of prison, it was like, yeah, I didn't like it. I'm hoping this issue's going to pick up and win me over, because I've really enjoyed this book since issue 1, and it's a shame that I'm just not feeling it at the moment. But hopefully it's going to pick up and get back on course. We then have Justice League 3001 issue number 2. I initially last time wasn't going to read this, but I decided to pick it up, and I'm glad I did, because it just reminded me why I love the series so much, and so much cool stuff happened in that first issue. My only concern with this book is the cast becoming too big, because like already last issue we didn't have time to go and see what's happening with Blue Beetle and Booster Gold. And so like my concern is like, are we getting too many characters to really sufficiently tell the story? But other than that, I'm really enjoying it. Speaking of books I'm really enjoying, we have Grayson, issue number 10. Again, this is now $3.99, and it does feel thicker. At least with DC, I don't know, if for all I know, they might just put extra adverts in. But they do feel thicker, and that's good. With Marvel, I don't feel, when I read the books, it doesn't feel like I'm getting extra for my $3.99. Yeah, they can say the digital download, but if you don't use the digital download, you're not getting the bonus of that. Yeah, it's still there, but if you're not using it, it isn't something that's going to really be any good to you, you know. But I've been enjoying Grayson. This issue has Lex Luthor in it. We saw that brief scene last issue where Dick tried to contact Batman and he couldn't, and because Batman's dead, or so we think. So it's going to be interesting if Luthor is going to be the bearer of bad news, and how Dick's going to react to that. Is he going to stay where he's at, or is he going to leave and go back to Gotham? And so yeah, I think it's going to be interesting how this issue goes down. Or is it something totally different that we don't know about? We then have Cyborg, issue number 1. Speak to the guy in my comic shop. I'm the only person that has orders in the comic shop that ordered this. Which doesn't look like it's going to be a big sale, which is a shame. Because, you know, I felt from, you know, when Justice League came out, why haven't they given Cyborg his own book, you know? We never really get to see much of him. We never really get to see much of his personality in Justice League. He's always kind of in the background. We've got a little bit more lately with his friendship with Shazam, but even so, we still don't really know much about him as a person. And, you know, where the other characters, thanks to the Justice League book and their own books, we know them a bit more. So it doesn't look like it's going to be too successful, but I'm hoping it's going to turn people around, because, you know, I think this book has potential. I think there's a lot of interesting story places they can go with this character. So hopefully it's going to catch on. But just speaking to the guy in my comic shop, doesn't look like it is. We then have Magneto, issue number 20. Last issue looked like we was going to get answers to something that's been bugging me from the start. So that's going to be cool. And I do really like that cover. Yeah, really nice cover. And finally, my last book this week, it is Old Man Logan, issue number 3, which I've been enjoying. This last issue, he was face to face with Apocalypse from the Age of Apocalypse, so it's going to be interesting how that's going to go, because Old Man Logan is the first character who seems to be travelling amongst the different, you know, what do they call them, rounds, is it, of Battleworld? So yeah, but I've been enjoying this. It's been good. So those are my books for this week. I've also, in the post, I've had issue 2 of Howl County arrive. So I've got issue 1, 2, and 3 now. So I'll be reading them, and I'll most probably be doing a comic book catch-up video just reviewing these 3 books. It'll be only a short video, but I'll give my opinion on those books. Also, this morning I had Injection, issue number 1, and issue number 3 arrive. I already had issue 2 that I got the other day. So again, I'll be doing the same thing with these bad boys. When I've read all 3, I'll probably do a comic book catch-up video, just reviewing the first 2 issues and my feelings on them. So those are my ideas there. So those should be up. One of those videos at least should be up in the next couple of days. Kind of compensate because my review video will be late. I'm going away for my anniversary, so there will be no review video up until at the earliest Tuesday, and it might not even be then, it might be later. So, you know, to make up for that, I'm going to try and read these books and have a couple of comic book catch-up videos up, so there's something to watch. Anywho, I hope you've all had a fantastic new comic book day. And you know, if you've got any books to recommend that you think I should have picked up, please comment below, let me know. If you like this video, give me those beautiful thumbs up, let me know you like what I'm doing. I think that's pretty much everything, and all leaves me to say is that I've been Jason, this has been Dude's Comic Haul. Bye for now.